Hey everybody, welcome to my channel and also my very first upload on the channel. I hope you're going to be here when I get to my 100th video, but thank you so much for tuning in. My videos will mainly focus on the life of a South African expat here in Qatar, and I will also be providing a lot of tips on how to land your dream job over here in Qatar. Now, a lot of you will probably wonder, why do I want to move to Qatar? Why do I want to work in the GCC? Well, Qatar is going to host the FIFA World Cup in 2022, so that's a little bit more than a year. In a little bit more than a year, a lot of jobs will become available over the next few months because we will be hosting about, if I'm not mistaken, about 1 million tourists during that month. On top of that, healthcare is free over here, and the quality of healthcare is basically on par with private healthcare back in South Africa, so that's amazing. It's extremely safe to all my South African viewers. When you go outside at night to go for a run or walk, you can put on your music, it can be blasting in your ears, you don't have to look over your shoulder. It's a liberating feeling. You do have to rewire your brain to get used to it. However, once you do get used to it, it's almost impossible to go back. For some people, the most important reason to work in Qatar is because in Qatar there is no income tax. So whatever you get in your contract is what you will be basically get paid at the end of the month in your bank account as well. Nothing will be deducted because there's no income tax deductions, right? That's another awesome reason to move to Qatar. Now I will be creating a whole series of videos that will provide tips on how to land your dream job, as I've mentioned. And before I get started, I'll just give you a bit of a background on my experience. Now I moved to the UAE to work in a water park in 2006 as a lifeguard, and I stayed in the UAE for about 10 years, and in those 10 years I basically moved up to a position within the hotel where I was responsible for recruitment. So I was doing a lot of the recruitment for the department, and after my experience in hotels, I moved to Oman for about 2 years, but there I was working purely in the fitness industry. Again, I was responsible for recruitment there, and then I came to Qatar. So I've been in Qatar ever since. It's going on almost 4 years now. So I've quite a number of years that I've worked in organizations where I was responsible for recruitment. Now I am not a recruitment specialist. I am not a HR person. However, I can share information with you and share some tricks and tips on how you can actually land a job. Something that I looked for as somebody doing recruitment, and certain aspects I also know my peers were looking for, right? Certain qualities. Okay, how to look for a job in Qatar, right? Now, when I moved to the UAE in 2006, I used a company called Waitredi. They are still operating. They are a recruitment company. This is the first way that you can actually land a job in Qatar. However, Waitredi is only recruiting for UAE. So if you do come across another recruiter, I've only used Waitredi in my experience so far. You can use a recruitment company as well. And I believe Waitredi is also recruiting for cruise ships. Yeah. You can reach out to them. I will be providing the links to their websites and all of the other websites in the description box below. So the second resource that you can use is LinkedIn. Now LinkedIn Jobs is one of the best ways to actually find jobs. So a lot of companies, a lot of organizations are posting jobs on LinkedIn Jobs, right? You have to make sure that you have a really nice profile picture. You have to have all of your current information on there on your profile. Specifically your work experience and education is important, and then you can just apply through LinkedIn Jobs, right? And if, for example, a job is not available, and you know within the next 6 months or 12 months you would like to relocate to Qatar, you can actually start connecting with recruiters over here as well. If you know what kind of company you would like to work for, you can actually connect with the recruiters before they will start posting positions. Excuse me. that could give you a leg up whenever a position becomes available, because then that person will already be in your network, right? Okay, so number 2 is LinkedIn Jobs. So number 3 would be Indeed.com. It's a career portal. The specific domain, I believe, is qa.indeed.com. There you can find jobs for many different industries. I will be referencing hotels or fitness a lot because that is my experience. However, on LinkedIn Jobs, on Indeed.com, there's going to be jobs for various industries there, right? And Indeed.com has become very popular over the last few years for companies and organizations. They are using Indeed a lot. And the 4th resource that you can use is Qatar Global. Qatar Global was extremely popular a number of years ago, and a lot of companies are still utilizing Qatar Global. The only challenge with Qatar Global is that they are basically quite expensive for companies when you do want to post your positions on there or your jobs on there. And also one thing about Qatar Global, they only cater or they only provide service related jobs. So I believe for restaurants, hotels, etc. So that's another amazing resource. And the final resource would be applying directly through the company, right? So a lot of big companies, let's take Marriott as an example. Marriott is a huge hotel chain. So the biggest in the world, I believe. They have a dedicated career portal for all of their hotels. So on Marriott.com or Marriott Careers rather, you can filter the jobs based on the country, the city, and even the department. So if you're looking for a finance position within Doha, you can actually filter it that way and see all of the finance related positions available. Now you will have to create a profile on their portal, which is quite time consuming. And the only annoying thing with doing it that way is that you'll have to create a portal for IHG. You'll have to create you have to create a profile for IHG. You have to create a profile for Accor as well, or for Fitness First, if you're looking more towards the fitness industry. And that can be quite time consuming because again, you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket. If you're looking for, let's say fitness instructor job in the hotels, you don't want to just look for or wait for work to be available in one company, right? So there's a whole bunch of different hotel chains. So it would be wise to basically create a profile on as many career portals as you can, right? So that is the 5th way to basically apply for jobs, is directly through the company, as I've mentioned. Now I would advise you to mainly focus on these portals for jobs. Reason being, there's a lot of websites that's purely scamming people. Some of the websites are there to collect your information, and they are posting basically fraudulent, or they're posting positions that's not existing, or they want to take money up front. Again, don't utilize those portals. If you are going to use these 5 resources, you do not need to use any other resource. The next video will be how to find a job in Qatar, specifically in the pandemic. Now that's another interesting point to discuss. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe. If there's anybody that is keen on finding a job over here in Qatar, or somebody who's just keen on understanding what the lifestyle is like over here, I have a lot of exciting content coming up in a pipeline, and I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be how to find a job in Qatar. Thank you so much for watching, guys.